think, I beg of you, to think for yourself. Think. What do these people have to gain by making these outlandish statements that paint them as fools, as weirdos, as outcasts, as failures to society and the world around them, as people gone mad? Well, you go on thinking the same thing that you've always thought. But let me tell you a story. Let me tell you an example. What if there was a man and he came to find some truth, some corruption, some debauchery, some sin being done to a poor and innocent soul that had no voice and no representation, and he was able to show the world with undeniable proof the corruption and sin going on, and it was wildly accepted by everyone. Everyone would say, bravo, you are a hero. This man is courageous. Bravo for him for saying what was not willing to be said. But the second that happens and it goes against what you've been mindlessly bred and taught and enslaved to think your whole life, or that your side is correct, that the other side is wrong, that your belief is right, that the other is wrong, vice versa, you're all fools. Anyone who thinks this way is a fool. It doesn't make any sense, because the smart people of life, Jesus, the Greek philosophers, everyone of notable historical record that was murdered for their beliefs, for their sayings, for their teachings, all had one thing in common. What they said went against the norm of both sides and both parties. They benefited literally no one except for everyone else. They did not benefit themselves in any way. And yet, these people of courage are cast off. They are humiliated as conspiracy theorists, as wackos, people gone mad. But like I said, when you begin to think, and when you begin to think for yourself like a reasonable human being, not some animal on a breeding farm of corruption, then you will go mad, because you will be mad at the world for teaching you and teaching the people you love these lies, and you will go mad watching the people you love be forced to remain blind their whole lives. Yes, the people that think go mad, but they don't go insane, they go mad. There's a huge difference in those words. The people that are mad are wise, and the people that are insane are fools. The people that are logical are also fools. Everyone is a fool. The only people that are not fools are the people that do not fall into any of the accepted camps. And even some of the people that fall between are also fools. They're just insane fools. But the people gone mad, those are the people you need to look for. Because the people gone mad have gone mad because they have something to lose, and because they have something to say that benefits everyone else except themselves, that puts their lives, whether it be physically, mentally, or socially, which is the most common form of attack, at risk. Because a social attack is the easiest form of attack. A social attack is the form of attack which no one notices, the form of attack which no one seems to condemn, because the social attack is accepted by you and your society that you surround yourself with. And if you and your society agree that attacking this person is the correct thing to do, then, and only then, will the society attack work. And it almost always works. Almost never does the government or the people in charge have to resolve to using violence or blatant censorship of a person, as this creates friction, and the friction is obvious to a few, and they risk more people going mad. But, the societal attacks, those are the real ones, the real danger, the ones that even those that have gone mad have missed their whole lives and are only beginning to see. That's why people go mad, because they see the attacks, the societal attacks on the people that want to say something, the people that think in a country of free speech, the people that speak are silenced, but they're not physically silenced unless it's the last resort, which a lot of times ends up martyring these people. And all they can do at that point is rewrite history in a way that still martyrs them, but hides their true beliefs and intentions while giving some of the less dangerous ones away. Martin Luther King Jr., case in point, he was a socialist. They will never tell you that he was a socialist. In fact, they'll only tell you he was a civil rights activist, which so happens to fall into one of the main camp's big agendas. Now, there are some big agendas in these big camps that are good things. Yes, equality is a good thing to an extent. Yes, climate change is real to an extent. Yes, climate activism is needed to an extent. Yes, foreign policy is needed to an extent. All of these things are needed to an extent. Taxes are needed to an extent for the survival of a country. It's just part of the way that society works. Yes, stocks by themselves can be a great thing for building the economy. Yes, small businesses and big businesses alike can coexist and can be great things for the economy. But, they're just traps. If they can get you to agree with something that they stand for, then you have fallen for their trap, because a lot of them stand for good things. However, they twist those good things into a bad thing. That is the definition of sin, the twisting of something good into something evil. And that is exactly what these camps do, because these are camps of sin, camps of butchers, camps of people that keep their people as livestock, not human. They are not human in their eyes. They are livestock. They are numbers. They are lower than livestock. They are mere numbers on a digital screen to them. And the only quantity that matters to them is how many of those numbers they gain and lose. And they'll do whatever they can to make that number increase and increase and increase. And the only danger to their increase are the people gone mad. Because the people gone mad will go against and erase those numbers and bring those numbers out of the numbers and into humans. And when they're humans, and humans which fight humans are on the same level, then they fear, because face to face with another human, these men are weak, spineless cowards that rely on corruption, evil, and deceit to have any sort of authority. And when we begin to realize this, the whole game of cards crumbles down. But the animals, they've already been told this by the government, and it's already been deemed a conspiracy, something that the wackos believe, something that the insanely gone mad believe. But I might be mad, but I'm not insane. I am mad at the current state of the world, and I am mad that I have to watch my loved ones be raised and bred and butchered like cattle on the lies and deceit that has been fed to us since our conception. Which, by the way, they're also trying to get rid of the conception amongst those that they dislike as well. But that is a talk for another time. This is a message from a madman in a world of seemingly sane people. But these people cannot recognize. They cannot recognize the insane. The insane that they're not humans, but cattle. While the mad are the ones treated like that. Even though they're the only ones, besides the bureaucrats, which have remained and kept their humanhood. So many empty and meaningless words are shared. It's the quiet that have power. And it's the mad that say something that causes your ears to hurt from the noise they create like nails on a chalkboard. These two people are the ones with power. And the government, the higher-ups, the people that control everything, don't want you to know this. Because to them, you are cattle. Be a good cow. Listen to your master when they speak to you, so you don't get hit with the pitchfork. Eat the food they feed you. Drink the water they feed you. Believe all of their propaganda that they're here to keep you safe, and that's what those fences are for. Believe that anything beyond the fences will try and kill you. Remain cattle. Remain sane. And make fun of the wild boars who have gone mad being outside of the fence gates, when in reality they're the only ones living the way that they were truly created to live. This is a message by a madman. A madman. Not insane, just mad. Wake up. You are not cattle. You are human.